Episode 7 of The Irrational starts with Alec, our smooth talker, getting ready for a date with Rose Dinshaw. The date is part of his scientific research, and Rose gladly helps him. In this scene, he's in full swing, though previously he was unsure and busy with cases. Rose and Alec were up for it, because their intimacy was mental rather than physical. While Alec is having a great time with Rose, Kelly also has dinner with Marisa. Kelly had opened up to Marisa about being queer, but Marisa broke the communication after her divorce. She's now trying to rebuild the bridge. But Kelly feels Marisa could have been honest with her. Marisa is too formal and unwilling to deal with her feelings. She grows defensive and seems like she's not ready to get vulnerable in Kylie's presence. Later, Marisa realizes that Kelly is right about her repressing her feelings. Amid their conversation, Rose and Alec's date is disrupted after Rose receives a text from a client, and Alec gladly joins her to solve the case. Blair doubts if her expensive Cézanne painting is a forgery or authentic. Blair is in the middle of a divorce, and her piece of art was reappraised to get its actual value. However, the painting suddenly is considered a forgery. All Blair wants is her real orchard. Rose and Alec move fast to investigate the case by visiting Gibbs for some interrogation. Gibbs thinks that Blair wants quick bucks, and he refuses to refund her money. Alec and Rose wait outside, and someone meets Gibbs as they had predicted. Unfortunately, the unknown person does the unthinkable. They find Gibbs dead, making the case take a twisted turn. Meanwhile, Alec calls Rizwan and Phoebe, asking them to post an item for sale online. One post would indicate the item as exceptional, and the other would characterize it as an ordinary product. Even Blair's forgery investigator confirms that Cézanne's painting is fake. He believes that Gibbs could have sold the painting to Mr. Z, who could have murdered him. Alec's theory dictates that Mr. Z has the power and money to hire an assassin, making him a prime suspect. However, upon more investigation, Mr. Z is identified as a Mrs. who never cared about the painting's authenticity. She even claims she wanted to buy Gibbs' latest Cézanne, but he died, so she doesn't look like the killer. According to Kelly, Rose and Alec should be having a romantic dinner date instead of solving a case. Marisa visits Kelly to invite her to the movie, and Kelly informs her that Alec is out on a date. This makes Marisa uncomfortable, making Kelly doubt if Marisa is into her. Meanwhile, Rose and Alec plan for a second date since Blair's case took center stage. While searching Gibbs' house, they get alerted that Blair's home was burglarized. But the intruder didn't find the last Cézanne, nor steal the orchard. Alec has a theory that someone was mad at Gibbs for destroying Bridget's forgeries and killing him. Back to Rizwan and Phoebe's experiment. Rizwan put up a guitar for sale, and someone bought it at a higher price. The hypothesis was that the guitar could sell higher with the story attached, but the opposite transpired. The buyer wanted a guitar for his niece to practice, so the phony story didn't matter. Alec concludes that art's value is objective, and forgery could be valuable to someone. Being a former MI6, Rose had access to Interpol's information about the great art forgers. The lead directed them to Bridget's house and found her father. He told them that Bridget died of cancer 2 weeks ago. Carson, Blair's ex-husband, had commissioned Gibbs to buy the orchard and sell it to his ex-wife. Carson becomes a suspect, and Alec advises Blair to stay clear of her ex-husband until they finalize the investigation. On the other hand, Alec and Rose are still figuring out who could have destroyed the forgeries. The killer's motive is sentimental value, and Alec hatches a plan through this discovery. They put Blair's The Orchard on auction, indicating that it's Bridget's work. He places Rizwan and Phoebe as the bidders, and the killer is bidding for the highest price. Surprisingly, the killer turns out to be Evan. Evan explains that he was in love with Bridget, and when she died, he couldn't stand her work getting destroyed. When Gibbs destroyed the paintings, Evan killed him out of rage. Blair gives the painting to Rose and Alec, claiming it will help her move on. In the meantime, Kelly and Marisa are in a cafe, and Marisa expresses her sincerity. She confesses that she still loves Alec, but that's different from being married to him. Marisa also tells Kelly that she's her only family, and they hug. As the episode ends, Rose and Alec are having fun moments. She leaves for Paris and promises Alec that they should plan for another date. The episode review. As expected, the Irrational episodes always give us food for thought. The episode dived a little bit into different characters, and we got to look into the lives of Rizwan and Phoebe, Hopefully, moving forward, we will get to see more of their personal lives. They have the potential to be outstanding support characters if only the writers will allow viewers to learn more about them. It was also interesting to see the relationship between Marisa and Kelly. After the divorce, Kelly felt that Marisa also left her and was hurt. It is good that Marisa is also trying to work on their friendship. This episode did a good job of pointing out how divorce affects even those around the couple. Kelly felt like she lost a big sister and friend and didn't know what to do. Nonetheless, they seemed to be on the mending path and might restore their friendship. Lastly, Rose is an interesting character, and we look forward to seeing if she and Alec will start dating. Alec deserves to be happy too.